Hey guys, it's Aveen. Welcome back to my channel. So if my hair is kind of like breezing around the place during this video, it's because I have the fan on. It's just way too hot to sit here and do a video with no fan on here in Thailand. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about my experience on Watermelon Island and my experience as a fruitarian for 3 weeks while I was in Bali. So just as a disclaimer, I'm calling this Watermelon Island, but I did very occasionally eat like a bit of jackfruit or a bit of dragon fruit every now and then. Also during the first week that I was in Bali, the first few days I kind of ate like a few raw desserts, maybe like 2 or 3 raw desserts, and I also had a raw lasagna like the second day I was there. But pretty much for a full 2.5 weeks I was fully fruitarian and I was fully raw. And yeah, I'm just going to talk about in this video how I felt, why I did it and why I stopped, and yeah, would I do it again or what I think about fruitarianism and all that jazz. So let's get into the video. Okay, so I decided to do Watermelon Island, or like to go fruitarian in Bali, for 3 reasons. Number one is that I've always kind of wanted to like do a stint as a fruitarian. I've been raw to for years, and I have done raw before. Not for very long amounts of time though. So yeah, I thought it would be great fun to go to Asia and just be a fruitarian for a while, you know, why not? Number two is that I really love fruit, and just like eating fruit all the time, just like as my whole diet just like really appeals to me. So yeah, I absolutely love fruit. I really have a real sweet tooth, and yeah. And I love watermelon, and also mangoes aren't in season at this time, so watermelon is your best bet. And also the jackfruit and dragon fruit were pretty good in Bali, but I had that occasionally. It was pretty much mostly watermelon. So the third reason I decided to go fruitarian while I was in Bali was because I have like suffered with like really bad digestive issues in the past, and it was pretty bad in France because I was eating, like, I didn't have access to a lot of fruit, and I was eating like starch solution instead of raw till 4. So yeah, I found like that had a bad effect on my digestion, and I really wanted to just kind of give my body a break, and there's no better way of doing that than Watermelon Island, or, you know, going fruitarian for a while. So luckily the watermelons were actually pretty, like, they weren't really cheap, but they were, you know, they were pretty cheap in Bali. I think I used to get like a massive watermelon for like €2, so that's like $3 or something, or maybe even less sometimes. So I was, you know, living off less than $10 a day. So yeah, I found that literally after like a day or 2 of it, it wasn't like hard to give up cooked food or anything like that, because the watermelons were so tasty and so satisfying. And after 2 days, like, I literally, all I was craving was watermelon. When I got hungry, all I wanted was watermelon. And I found that I could get up in the morning and go and do my yoga. I might have had like a bit of coconut water, and then maybe about 11 o'clock in the morning I would have got hungry, and then like after my yoga and everything, and I would come back and I'd eat maybe 1.5 watermelons. I would just keep eating till I was satisfied. Obviously watermelon is like very high in water content, so like it doesn't like fill you up really quickly, but it does fill you up. Like after 1.5 watermelons, like, you are really pretty full of water. But it digests super quickly, it is super easy on your digestion, and it is just so tasty, so sweet, and so simple. And yeah, I absolutely love that, the way that I just like kept craving watermelon, and I had access to it so easily. There was like a place right beside where I was staying that sold really cheap watermelon. There was a supermarket. It was a bit more expensive in the supermarket, but it was still really cheap. So yeah, I didn't feel hungry like ever, like when I was doing this, because I'd say I was eating about 4 to 5 large watermelons a day, and no, I never got hungry. As I said, like the odd time, like maybe 2 or 3 times I had a snack of like dragon fruit or a snack of jackfruit, just because it was there, and you know, it was a nice bit of variety. But yeah, other than that, I just stuck to watermelons. In terms of energy, I had plenty of energy to like do my yoga and cycle around town and everything. I'm not sure if I would have been able to have maintained like intensive cycling during this time. I didn't have my clip-in pedals, so I couldn't do any of the long rides that I planned, so I couldn't really like test out whether Watermelon Island and fruitarianism was working for me with my exercise lifestyle and routine, because I was pretty much doing yoga, and that's like, even though it is quite intense and it takes a lot of energy, like you need to be like well fueled to do yoga, I wasn't like cycling up the mountain every morning. I only did 1 or 2 long rides, so yeah, I can't really like say whether it works for me and my sport at the same time. However, I did go to the south of Bali to surf, and I managed perfectly fine when I was out surfing. That was after about 2.5 weeks of Watermelon Island, and I still managed to surf, and yeah, I had plenty of strength for that, to carry my surfboard to and from the beach and surf. So yeah, why I stopped Watermelon Island? Well, I'd always planned to eat cooked food again. Like my plan was not to like go fruitarian full time. I don't think that's something I'll ever do. I think I'll always do like stints of fully raw every now and again, and like the majority of my diet will always be like raw fruits and vegetables. Well, no, not raw vegetables, because I don't really like raw vegetables, but raw fruits. So yeah, why did I stop? Well, I actually got sunstroke when I was in the south of Bali when I was out surfing. I didn't wear enough sun cream, but no, that's another story, and I got severely burnt, and I wasn't even that badly burnt. It was just like the sunstroke aspect of it, which was awful. I was vomiting, I had a headache, I had a fever, I lost my appetite, and I literally couldn't even get out of bed to like go to the shop, or luckily I had like a stash of melons there in my room, because otherwise I had to wait like 1 day before I was able to leave my room and go and buy more watermelons. And it was only during this time that I actually started craving cooked food. Like before that, I had craved, the only thing that I'd like craved like a tiny bit was maybe cooked potatoes and greens, like steamed greens. I think if I had had access to salad and stuff and avocados, I probably wouldn't have had those cravings. But yeah, it was only when I got sick that I really started kind of wanting a bit of cooked food. And yeah, so I decided to just go out for dinner one night, and I got like a big raw kind of bowl with a bit of cooked rice and cooked brown rice with some hummus and roasted vegetables, and yeah, it was delicious, and it digested quite well, and I felt good afterwards, and I felt satisfied. The next day, all I wanted was watermelon again, and you know, in the evening, when the evening came around, I started craving a little bit of cooked food again. So I went out and had the same thing, but I did notice that because of the cooked portions, obviously in the restaurant where I was, I only went out twice, but they were quite small, and yeah, it was around this time that I started to feel like if I wanted to keep like cycling to the extent that I wanted to in Chiang Mai, that I'd definitely not be able to continue like Watermelon Island in Chiang Mai for several reasons. Because I'm in an apartment right now, and it's about like, we are very close to the market. We're about 2 kilometers, but 2 or 3 kilometers I'd say, maybe 4. But I just don't fancy like lugging like loads of watermelon every single day to and from the market. It's just like, that's just too stressful. And also the watermelon here is not as good. It's full of pips, like seeds and stuff, and that's just really annoying. So yeah, I'm in Chiang Mai eating cooked food again in the evenings. I will always be Roto 4. I absolutely hate eating cooked food during the day and in the morning. We've been eating out in like Happy Green, and we're gonna go to Imame. We're getting a rice cooker, so we've bought potatoes and rice and pumpkin and vegetables, and we're just gonna steam that and have like really simple cooked food in the evenings, and that's what I absolutely love. You know, I still do have a watermelon a day here, and I've been drinking even some, you know, juice, some carton juice, and I'm really loving snacking on like frozen strawberries. But yeah, no, I'm not fully raw anymore when I'm here. Would I do it again? Yes, definitely. In terms of weight loss, yeah, I did lose a little bit of weight. And it was getting to a stage where I think I would have like started losing more if I hadn't, you know, started eating more calories, obviously. Because even though there are quite a lot of calories in 4 or 5 watermelons, that's still, you know, there's still a lot of nutrients that I feel you're missing. I don't personally believe that you can survive like long term on watermelons. Maybe for like several months, yeah. I found that I was waking up with a super flat stomach. Like obviously I wake up with a flat stomach anyway, but it was like next level kind of perfectly flat stomach when you wake up. Because you're just eating such high water content food. So yeah, I felt great on it the whole time, you know. I never missed, like, I obviously don't really eat cooked food during the day anyway, and I didn't miss meals in the evening because I absolutely love watermelon. It's such like, just sitting down to a big massive watermelon, I just love it, and they were really good watermelons in Bali. So yeah, I hope that video was interesting, just talking about my little stint as a fruitarian in Bali. All in all, a positive experience. Obviously if I'd been doing a lot more cycling, I would have had to eat more watermelon, which is fine by me. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!